Man, it's a beautiful day out here. We're just doing a garden tour, just kind of walking through the property, making sure everything is looking good. Walk around and share a little bit about what we're growing. So we've been experimenting with the zucchini squash in a new shade area. This plant is although it doesn't look like it now, but it has been absolutely flowering like crazy. You'll see their blooms look like this, but there were dozens and dozens of them on here, but it's just not producing any fruit. We think it's due to the climate, the heat where it was before. Right now it's in a little better spot. It is growing well, it is looking healthy, it is flowering quite a bit. We're just not seeing a lot of fruit, so we're keeping an eye on that. We did try the collard greens, and it absolutely loves this area of the yard. This particular collard green, they want you to pick it early and often. So you'll see this is kind of a baby leaf. You'll see it's fairly big to my hand, you know. I pick these probably 6 to 8 a week I can pull off here, and that's just one plant, and it's not even producing at its max. Normally there's 10 on here at a time, and they taste terrific. We chop them up, put them in a pan with some garlic and some salt, and it's wonderful. This is the Black Beauty eggplant, and another surprising one that's growing well. It is getting attacked a little bit by grasshoppers, but it is healthy. It is flowering, but not producing yet. So it could be the heat, could have stunted it. You do want to see a lot of these like that. This section of the shade garden, we've had and have been growing the same types of plants for the most part in this area, and they do pretty well. Bell peppers, you'll see I got more in there at this point. They're still growing well. We've got jalapenos, or calaverizza peppers growing here. We've also got some jalapenos, and all seem to be growing well. Looks like this guy needs to be staked up. You'll see a lot of these peppers are coming up. So we got calagarizzas, and we've got Macedonian hot peppers growing, and they seem to do well here. This one areas can oftentimes be more prone to insect infestation, especially grasshoppers. It's next to a big shaded area. It's next to a wall with a huge tree. It does get regular droppings from these trees, so we get stuff falling on it, and we get rodents and other things happening. So we're keeping an eye on that. This is the Kentucky pole bean plant. This thing's growing really well. It's got to be 8 feet tall now. It's healthy. It's getting attacked by grasshoppers again. It's not producing as much fruit. I think it has to do with maybe some of the heat, or maybe it wants to get it. Oh, look, I see we've got some coming in finally. Okay, excellent. So I think this cooler weather is allowing it to begin producing fruit, as opposed to just trying to stay hydrated and keep its leaves green. One of the plants that does really well here is the Buena Mulatto. They have deep purple chilies that eventually turn bright red. You'll see one's turning orange over here, and then eventually it's going to turn bright red. I've got another one of these growing in another location, and that one's probably 6 feet tall. Just doing really well. This is a lute shower pepper. This guy again is growing well. This is what they look like. Another sweet hot pepper. They're just growing well. Look at this huge one. Hasn't ripened yet, but that's gigantic. See how they start out like this? All right, and start looking like this when they get enough sun. You can see that. Just a nice, big, healthy, tall plant. Got lots and lots and lots of peppers on here. Well, now that it's cooling down, the cucumbers can actually start producing. They have been flowering quite a bit. We have seen a lot of bees around here. This needs to get trimmed again, but We do have good airflow between the two. We're only running two. There's a bee right there. And there's another one in there. You see him? You see him not? He's flopping around. But you'll see I've already got, I just pulled 6 or 7 of these off 2 days ago. And I've already got more. There's 2 there. I think I've got another one over here somewhere. See it in there? I don't think you can see it. Mr. Bee there. There you go. Look at that guy. He's busy. Right behind him, you can see another one there. Cucumber flopping around. So we're getting quite a few of these cucumbers on here. So again, I think it's the heat. Here's a dragon tongue beans. This is just getting beat up, but it is producing lots of beans here. You'll see them all, but you'll see the grasshoppers just chewing them to death. Here's more. See how they come out, kind of purpley. It's interesting. You know, I normally see the grasshoppers when I'm out here, out and about, but I still haven't seen one of them since I've been here. It's interesting. Right next to us is this gigantic Japanese long bean. Look at these things. Ridiculous or what? How long that is? Some of these are like 2.5, 3 feet long, 3.5 feet long. Look at that. It's as tall as I am. You get a shot from back here so you can see them just draping over. See them hanging down. I pick 20 plus of these off a week at least, and that's good enough for two side dishes. This likes it here, not in the over 100-degree temperatures. It likes lower temperatures, under 100, but it's doing good. We have tons of tomato plants, but they're all taking a beating. Now that's cooling down, we're seeing a lot more fruit on them, which is nice. It's another bean plant. You'll see Kentucky long bean plant, again, just getting destroyed by grasshoppers. We're treating these, and we're walking the property a few times a day. Just at nighttime, they must be coming out. Just strange. This looks a lot like grasshoppers, but it's producing, it's flowering. So pepper plants continue to grow like crazy. This one here is a gochujang king plant. So this is where we make all of our Korean hot spices. We dry them out, use the peppers for kimchi. This is growing like gangbusters. Look at all those on here. We'll have to do another picking on these. You see the Scotch bonnets are doing really well. Seems like the ones in front, they get beat up pretty bad. We pull those ones off, get rid of them. And then these ones are doing well. We've got 6 of these plants growing this year. Way too many. Way too many. This is another Calaveritza. Hungarian wax pepper. These are all growing real well. Here's another Buena Mulatto. You see how they're turning red here? You see all the red that's coming through? It's doing great. Pepper plants. Look at all these Buena Mulattos. Lots of red. Once they turn red, they start getting pretty warm. And then more Cajun bells here. So we dry these out and use them for Cajun spices and rubs. So forth. More to come on these.